Cheetos guru, exploitation, people over profits. We are more than promotion, breakfast with benefits.
Here we are again.
Hi.
How was this conversation? Where was this conversation going? We should go back to it. You guys weren't listening. Krista was explaining to us that Gabor Maté should be called Maté Gabor. Explain to us, Krista.
Yeah, because he's Hungarian. So in Hungarian, first your family name and then your given name. So his family name is Maté and his given name is Gabor. So if we were in Hungary, it would be Maté Gabor. But in the US, it's the other way around. So Gabor Maté.
Got it. So as you can see, we're here to talk about the splendid Gabor Maté and the beautiful evening we had with him here in Miami last week. Right, Beza?
Yes, I was very excited. I am the only one who could see this event very objectively because somehow it's appearing in my Instagram algorithm. So I know him like he's my friend, but I have no idea who he is, but I was sure he's going to be
Gabor.
my best friend. So my friends were sending me messages, hey, let's go to this event. He's coming. So it was like, oh, okay. Why? I want to listen to him. I want to be with him. He's my friend. Why would I not? Who is he? And the event started, and I thought it's going to be very, it's a beautiful talk. It's going to stand a very big concert arena. I never been there before, so we drove. It started a little bit weird because the traffic was like in a Beyoncé concert. So like, what's happening? It's just a talk from a famous guy, but how many people are really in need? Or how many people does he know what's happening? Because the ticket prices, to be honest, is like not very cheap. I mean, we paid a nice price. So we parked, we walked, and we started seeing the crowd, the lines, the control. Julia had to give her bag. I mean, it's like, I was saying, okay, this is not Beyoncé. It's Ice Spice or Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion.
Mm-hmm.
We need, after this treatment, we need to have a concert.
You're so in tune with what's going on in the rock pop scene. What? Cardi B. Which one?
Ice Spice.
Wow. Okay. I'm jealous now.
But it looks like Ice Spice is just as popular as Gabor Maté because I think the topic drew so many people living in what was the topic exactly? Like in a toxic environment, how you gain... Toxic culture, how you gain serenity and peace of mind. It looks like it resonates so many people and that fills a whole arena.
Yes. And there we were. We got there right on time and no explanations were given. We didn't need them because everybody who was there except for Beza, knew what he was going to talk about. And then he starts to talk and like, my God, I can't hear him. Like the sound equipment, I think.
Is it because him? Like we're gonna come to that, or is it all the popcorns and the Cheetos? Cheetos.
There was someone eating Cheetos in front of us. I saw that, and she was licking her fingers after because it was orange.
It was orange.
Yes, she didn't want to go out with orange fingers.
No, she didn't.
Yes. I saw her licking her fingers.
Talking about toxic culture, right? You're going to a psychoanalytic psychology presentation in a ice hockey arena, licking your fingers after your Cheetos, like watching a movie.
Yes.
I mean, that was...
You shouldn't eat Cheetos in a movie.
Yeah.
By the way.
It was like, whoa, who are these people?
And then I'm like, I really want to see, I want to hear what this guy has to say because I know a little bit about him and I like him, etc. And also he's Hungarian, just like Krista.
Yeah.
And, Hungarian psychoanalysts are really, really good, starting with Ferenczi, Sándor Ferenczi. He's amazing. And there's so many others. And so we get there, we see the Cheeto girl, and he starts to talk. I start to a little panic because I can't hear what he's saying. I don't understand what he's saying. After a while, I look to the right, and there's Beza with her mouth open, and she's like sleeping.
Trying to understand.
She's sleeping. I gave myself the permission to sleep a little bit as well. But, well, Krista seemed to be very...
I tried not to sleep because I also like the work he's done. I read a couple of his books and a lot of things that he talks about, childhood trauma, how it affects your adult life. It really resonates with me. And I think his books are brilliant. They really simplify the complex psychoanalytical behind-the-scene theories to the normal human beings, how to kind of translate it to their lives. So I was like, wow, this is going to be great. But he's not a stage guy. And I was like, what is he talking about? And I'm like, maybe it's my English or maybe it's my hearing. It's menopause. I'm getting old. I can't hear well. No.
For sure. In my case, I have bad hearing.
Plus the Cheetos didn't help.
No.
Yeah, he wasn't opening his mouth. I don't think it felt like such an important person. I'm sure he is great because it showed us at the very end of 1.5 hour talk what he talked about. We really didn't understand. But at the end, there was question and answers. And I wished whole show will be only question and answers because he showed how good he is. His answers were so...
one-on-one.
One-on-one. His answers was so impressive, spot on, unbelievable. Then we understood him. I think he wasn't also ready. He wasn't ready for the talk. Maybe they said, okay, this is it. Thousands of people are gonna watch you and you're just gonna show, you just talk what you know. Talk what talking is not.
Go to the stage and talk. Yeah. Just talk.
For me, it was a mismatch of the topic and where the location was. To bring this in a big arena, it wasn't the right place to talk about it. Maybe in a much smaller environment, could have been more impersonal, more kind of beneficial for people.
This has become something that is in fashion now.
I know, and it makes me sad.
Just like Jordan Peterson. I think I asked you guys if you've been to Jordan Peterson.
Yeah,
he's been to big stages in America and probably elsewhere. And he's really good at those things. He has everything thought through, and his voice is really good for
so he owns the stage.
He owns the stage. But in his case, it's a totally different story. But at the same time, it's not. It's a totally different story because he's been on stages for a while now, and he's become a very popular person. I don't know if you know him, Beza, Jordan Peterson. No. He wrote a book that's super famous called 12 Rules for Life, but he also has a podcast. He also has many other books, and he's become very religious oriented, which is interesting. He's also become a pop culture kind of guy because now he features in Joe Rogan and
he's a
things
university
like that.
Professor as well. Yeah.
So the thing is, just like Jordan Peterson, I think Gabor Maté is in this new wave where these guys that are profiting from their knowledge, per se, they're now trying to make a lot of money by going to the stage.
Yeah.
But the thing is, sometimes, like you said, there's a mismatch. And I personally, I don't really like that someone like Gabor Maté is showing his knowledge through going to stages. I think, first of all, he doesn't speak very well, but also it feels like it loses a bit of the importance of the guy. But maybe that's me.
I was thinking sitting there, I don't even think half of the people know who he is, but this marketing agency was advertising the hell out of this, and the title was catchy, and probably these new millennials were like, oh yeah, we live in a toxic culture. Oh, I need some help. I'm doing yoga, this and that, and now I need this guy who's going to tell me what's the secret, right, to handle this. I was disappointed how unprepared he was. I mean, he has a life knowledge. He's 81, right? So he got a lot of books and a lot of real life experiences. He was looking up some articles. He went to look it up and then he couldn't find it.
Yeah. For
and he's like,
it says here. Where is it?
Never mind.
Where is it?
Yeah, I
okay,
can't find
never
it. Yeah. I mean, even
it wasn't only one time.
Yeah.
Many, not zero example he could show us.
Even if you are so well known, I don't think you can afford to do that. Was just below.
By the
my
way, he
standards.
started his presentation showing his picture in childhood, right?
Yeah, that
When
his
he was
wife
a baby.
painted.
And I think I didn't empathize with that for some reason. I think that if you're going to go on that route, maybe you should deepen the thoughts. And I felt it was a little superficial. And then in the end, he's also proclaiming his view on Palestine against Israel. And then suddenly I felt like I was in a football match.
Yeah.
And it's just, I feel bad for the guy because I know that there's a lot of blood and sweat behind his work. But this could also mean that he will probably gain a lot of money from those tours, but this could harm his image really fast, just like Jordan Peterson's, you know?
yeah.
I mean, he's become a pop culture type of guy, but that kind of diminishes his importance in academia and in like real life writings and experience.
These days also, it's hard to, I was just thinking while you guys talking, there were thousands of people there. I wonder, are we only 3 people think like that? Are we the only 3 idiots? Are we the low IQ who couldn't get him? Or people are ashamed to show their own minds because everybody, he was amazing. Oh yeah, wasn't he amazing? Oh yeah, he was. Because when you say he was, what is that? Then they will be criticized all day. Why you didn't get it? You don't get these things.
Yeah, I wonder what the survey says. Actually, I haven't even received the survey. So the promoting company, right, maybe should have sent out a survey to the people who attended to see what the feedback is so they can improve in the future events. But I haven't received
enough,
anything.
Julia, you guys are not deep enough to understand.
No, I looked at the people and it felt like at the end, like people were just coming here to socialize.
Maybe we're just idiots, really, because we think it's going to be deep,
they were
and it's
him
not.
Out, remember?
Maybe we had too high expectations.
It's Cheetos guru or something, something like that.
Also,
guys,
I mean, you know more than
the
me.
Toxic environment.
We are reading. We are into self-improvement. Nothing he said was new to me.
Yeah.
Nothing, and everybody was like, so he was saying that he found that out. I'm like, no, this is like normal medicine now. This is psychoanalytic now.
But I wonder, maybe we are just a smaller group of people who really,
criticize everything.
No, I'm not talking about, just...
We are the Muppet Show, that 2 guys.
Like, because Julia, this is your field, what you are doing, so you are very knowledgeable. I'm interested in also psychology, so I read about this and Beza as well. And just because we are also older, we go beyond and we do more self-searching and self-development.
I know that there's a lot of new writers, just like Gabor Maté, who are packaging it all into easy to accessible trauma theory, which is a lengthy, complex theory that goes back to Ferenczi, for example, and even before him, but I don't think that beautiful or synthesized phrases will help you get to where you want to. I think, unfortunately, that's not what is going to make changes into your behavior, into your thinking, into your consciousness. But maybe some people think that by paying to see the guy, maybe
they can check the box. Oh, maybe. I went to this event. I'm good now. Box checked.
Here's what I'm thinking, guys. Are we traumatized by Gabor Maté?
Yes!
My adulthood trauma. I had a theory that night. You guys remember I told you. So he was in my Instagram algorithm. I didn't look for him. I didn't search or follow them. So it was one of the suggestions. And it was in yours, in my other friends too. So you talked about his short phrases there. He has powerful. When I say short,
Beza is showing a short
yes,
something, and I
always think differently, Julia.
I have a microphone in front of me. What do you think?
Not every size I'm
What were we
about.
talking about before we got
tiny, he has a tiny. Okay, these tiny phrases
God.
is impactful on Instagram Shorts. So maybe he got like lots of likes because the shorts and the phrases are whoa, wow. But nobody, like me, nobody read his books. Nobody listened to him for 2 hours. But maybe in reality, it's a bubble.
Yeah. A marketing bubble.
A marketing bubble.
I have an impression, but there's one interview that he did. He was talking about not Prince Charles, one of his, Harry, I think. He was talking about his interview with Harry, the prince or ex-prince.
Prince William.
Is he an ex-prince? No, Harry. Prince William is still a prince, but Harry is kind of like an ex-prince.
Julia, you are out of this. I mean, I'm in a very big follower of what's going on with Meghan and Harry.
You are?
Of course, I lived in London. This was the most important topic in London. Okay. In Prince still, but UK doesn't want to call him Prince because he said, I'm out of this. The
black sheep in the family.
It's very, you're not
it's
very.
Totally black sheep in the family.
Yes.
But I'm on their side, by the way. I'm not on Prince William and Duke.
I'm in the, you know.
You're Prince William's side?
I'm not Prince William. I'm from the Queen and the King side. Of course.
Okay, we can talk about this in other podcast.
That's another podcast.
But I liked that interview, and he was very vulnerable on that interview. He talks about how he felt that he was forced to do the book signing, even though it wasn't the contract. And then I go and I see him on stage, and he's like performing like a puppet. And I feel like, what about what you said in that interview of all the things that you feel like you have to do because of a contract, right?
It's 81. I mean, do you really need that money?
Maybe he does. Maybe he does.
Everybody needs that money forever. No.
It's just so sad that people who are really valuable and deep and they have a lot to offer going for this ride with these promotion companies, putting them in a stage. Even he said at the beginning that I didn't expect to be in this big arena. So maybe I'm thinking maybe he didn't know that they sold, 5,000 tickets or something. It's just, it comes down to me, promotion marketing versus the meat, the depth of the talk, right? Like it's oversold, overpromoted, and it's not the right fit for
it is very Miami though, no? Oversold, overmarket. You go there and you're like,
you fake it, you make it.
Who's the idiot here, right?
Yeah.
Who's not
learning?
Yes. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the comments on Instagram about him, about his speech, and yeah, guys, nobody says anything. Do you remember him telling the guy I've been telling the guy to change the lights.
Yeah.
So I can see my audience.
Yes.
Yeah.
And nobody's even listening. Like, how do you put up a show?
Sad.
I mean, Beza would never allow that. Beza, would you?
Anyone who has negative thoughts like us, can you comment to us? We're not going to cut or anything. Anyone who thinks like us.
Yes.
Yes, we want to know. We
want to know if we are crazy or not.
Yes, we are, of course.
We are.
We know that.
But we should add, we totally respect him.
We love you.
On this question and answers, he was really, really impressive.
What affected you in those Q&As?
Because he answered the questions very precisely.
Right.
And it made you think, oh my God, that's a very good angle to think.
Yes, good. Because I remember there was one that you liked.
Both of them I like. Second of them, what with a woman with a autism kid.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And how people are thinking about a kid. And he immediately said, what do you think about your
kid?
Your kid.
Yeah.
And that's what it was I was expecting from the whole talk, actually.
Because it was more personal. So you couldn't do more personal, more intimate with 5,000 people.
maybe it's not the topic to do a talk for 5,000 people. Maybe this is so one-to-one and so personal
small
subject. Everything was a mixture.
Just want to say one thing. I liked when he said, well, he asked about the woman and she said, a lot of guilt, da, 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 da. And then he said, well, first of all, you have to treat your guilt because you can't come from a position of guilt to treat a kid with autism.
Yes, that one
that
too.
was very, on spot. That was very straightforward and really, I wish he could have talked more depth about this, but, he didn't have time. But that would have been really interesting.
So to wrap it up, we love Gabor Maté.
I still love him,
in a small group that's more intimate and you can really...
Maybe we can be friends with him. Yeah.
Dive deep. Let's
love go to the Bahamas
dive deep.
With them.
We just disappointed
on a
the
cruise.
Talk, not the show.
And I hope he would be back in Miami again in a different kind of settings. I hope.
Yeah, let's hope that.
Okay.
All right. See you next time, guys.
See you next time.
Bye.
Cheetos-crunching, exploitation, people over profits. We are more than promotion, breakfast with benefits.